Hi Gemini, this is your April 15th through April 30th bi-weekly tarot reading. So this is a general reading for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising signs. I hope that you're enjoying your other bi-weeklies in addition to your extended monthly. Let's see what's in store for you. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, April 15th through April 30th. What do you need to know? So you're going to notice I'm going to be using two decks, the Good Tarot and then the Medicine cards. And my setting is a little different. If you're joining me after watching for a while, I've switched up my settings. So I hope that this looks better for you. The whole purpose is to let you see the cards a whole lot easier. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. What do you need to know for April 15th through April 30th? All right, guys, let's get out your cards. So starting off with a gorgeous Nine of Pentacles, sensitive Six of Cups. Look at that, gorgeous Ten of Cups in your recent past. So here we have the very strict but knowledgeable King of Swords. Narrows our second six. Wow. Six of Wands and the Moon. Some Pisces energy there. So we have our nice stable Four of Wands. Bottom of the deck energies are Four of Wands. So this is really just some security. There's some stability, you know, that your home is predictable and reliable right now, or something having to do with the home or homestead. It's a very cozy, peaceful place for you right now, Gemini. So that is really nice to see for you. I might suggest if this isn't currently happening in your life, for whatever reason, this is what is longed for, right? So I consider tarot readings to be clarifications or what you are seeking, okay? And that's how they work in terms of answers or future forecasting. So the homestead, peaceful home, stable home is extremely important to you. Either you have this or you desire this. So that's bottom of the deck, and that's what I'm going to suggest here is sort of behind the scenes to what is happening. You could be dealing with an Aquarius individual, Gemini, really any air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, but certainly because the Kings are fixed energy, this technically could be an Aquarius, or if this isn't a person and it's simply energy, this is 11th house, right? So 11th house energy is humanity and electricity, electronics, it's the future, it's futurism, and all the good and the bad that come with that. But this is pretty strict, you know, you can even tell with the colors in the card, there's something sort of clinical and somewhat cold about it. But the cool thing about, you know, really all of the court cards of swords is that they are interested in evidence, they're interested in technology, they're interested in, law and order and civility, okay, but there's a strictness to it. So that's the only court card we have here. We do have our two sixes. So there is a pleasantry here, though. I do find with, you know, multiples of sixes, there's a pleasantry even with all the sixes, really, no matter what the suit in the deck anyway. There's a sense of leveling up. There's a sense of overcoming an obstacle, you know, following through with something. So really nice. And then we have our nines and our tens here. Two gorgeous, you know, the Nine of Pentacles, which is kind of like wealth. It's your own, what you worked hard for. You can show off a little bit here. And then this really nice, happy, really pleasant, loving Ten of Cups. We do have another person who could be indicated, a person or energy with the Moon. It is a Pisces ruled card, technically. And Pisces is, of course, the ruler of the 12th house. So in terms of houses, we're dealing with the 11th and the 12th house. So, you know, humanity, the future, and then the underworld, the hidden, the unknown, you know, after death, after life, that type of thing. So this is what could be going on for you the last 2 weeks of the month. Let's dive into it here, folks. So we have in the situation position, you look like you're in a positive position, right? The Nine of Pentacles, like I said, there is an independent wealth energy that comes along with the Nine of Pentacles. whether you're female or male, it doesn't matter. You feel confident. You're in a good position. If this really is about your home, you have got it on lock. You've got it handled. You've got it situated. There are no difficult energies here. In fact, because it sits, now I'm reading outside of the appropriated spaces. This is just my interpretation of where these are sitting. But it does sit on top of the King of Swords. So it looks here as though you could have taken, or you will be advised by someone who is, say, a clinical advisor, someone who's a professional in some clinical field, a major, it could be law, it could be medicine, giving you advice here or telling you how to, achieve this outcome. So either this is, again, whether this is advice, you're being called to do this, or this is a confirmation that when you do this, you will be in a good position. But nonetheless, Gemini, you could be a lawyer, for heaven's sakes, and be in a really great position right now. Like, again, I'm not sure exactly who's watching, but in a general sense, these are nice together. Even though they're not elementally suited to one another, they could help each other. These can help each other right now. So 9 of Pentacles, you're in a really good position starting off of the 15th. So we have our 6 of Cups. This is a pretty sensitive card, right? We have our nostalgia, we have our sentimentality, and this is the reason for being in this 9 of Pentacles. So again, this is, being able to relax your heart, being able to remember the good old days. I think that there was a sense, whenever I see 6s, we recognize that you've had to go through the 5, you've had to go through a little bit of trial by fire, maybe some upsetting energy here that you're coming out of. So congratulations for getting yourself out of that, or coming through this confidently and successfully here, Gemini, because, you maybe can see when you flip it upside down, she's gazing at her reflection. So she's gazing at either children in general or her inner child, or just hopes and dreams that she had of her own that were important to her, that, we kind of have to come to terms with. This is a real sense of coming to terms with something emotionally maybe didn't work out the way you wanted to, and now you're just going to reach beyond that. But a lot of this, I'm seeing 6s a little bit, especially in my daily readings on Instagram, and there is a sense of, being willing to let go, being willing to gently say goodbye to what we knew or what we had or what we thought was going to happen. And again, as a Gemini, the cups aren't necessarily, sort of the emotional world, which belongs technically to water signs. Congratulations again on being able and willing to overcome something that was difficult on any level in an emotional sense, because this is really pulling through something. And you could still be longing for it. I'm not even saying you have to be over it and it's in the past and you forgot about it. With the 6 of Cups, there's a sense of like, I know what I need to let go of. I know why I need to let go of it. I know why it's important to me. I even know why it's hard. But this is the sentimentality, right, behind it. It's just pleasant to see, frankly, because there's no coldness there. You're not mad about it. Here we have the 10 of Cups in our recent past. So this is where we're looking at feeling a lot of love. This is fulfillment. This is the completion or a successful loving period. This is you loving someone else, feeling loved, feeling welcomed, having a full heart. I mean, this chubby Buddha sort of says it all, right? Like, he's just happy, he's full, he's positive. He has so much love, he can give it easily and freely. So someone was either this way with you or you are that way with them. But nonetheless, it's really making for or advising that this could be helping to create a happy home. Here with our King of Swords, as I said at the beginning here, this is a really mature energy. Whether this is man or woman, whether this is you or someone in your circle over the next 2 weeks, this is mature, and it doesn't even have to be chronological. This person can technically be younger than you and just have a lot more authority, can have a lot more experience, can have a lot more critical analysis and etc. Even their job, anything from their job or the way they come across. But, technically speaking, clinical energy, this could be a doctor, lawyer, someone in charge of information or data, or very intelligent. It could be the head of an intelligence committee and the intelligence community, something like that. But again, nothing terrible, right? You're surrounded by 6s and 9s. Very, very positive here. If you're going to have a 9, why not have your 9 of Cups or your 9 of Pentacles, right? Very, very gorgeous energy. Here with our 6 of Wands. So this is a really nice victory. This is your near future. And you could be taking a small trip. I don't suspect a lot of us are in the position to really go anywhere technically, but even just getting out of the house right now, it just might feel like a small trip, so that might be nice. You could be longing for old friends. You could be longing to see someone from your past, longing to make reconnections now. You know, do consider media, media platforms, video platforming, even telephone, the good old phone, guys. Get on the phone with people. Telecommunications could be another avenue here. It could just be a nice way to reconnect with people. But nonetheless, we're dealing with overcoming obstacles again with our second 6, right? So you've definitely overcome something here, something that was challenging, something that could have even felt a little chaotic. Here's where we're looking at a little bit of shadow work, your advice card, right? There's still something, wrapped up in a shadow. There's still something that feels a little bit under the veil here. As your advice, however much information is being shared or known at this time, it is not complete. And that may not be anyone's fault. That may not even, I'm not trying to be conspiratorial. It just could be the sense that, new information is needed, or more research or more evidence is needed. So, this is where we're saying don't maybe design everything around something you've just been told. Make some decisions, have some options, but there is still more to learn here, right? You may feel like something isn't over as well because, it's in the shadow. It's not being looked at. Something is being avoided here in your advice card or outcome card. So, and it does sit under the 10 of Cups. So a lot of emotional energy here. Maybe you're just unaware of how you're feeling, or just becoming aware of how you're feeling. That could be some of it as well. Maybe you just need to know what to do with your feelings, how to express them. Maybe you're just happy to have them. Again, there's really no difficult energy in this reading for you folks, so that's really nice to see. But there is an emotional relativity here, so that's like your emotions are definitely being affected, but not in a negative way. It could even be also as well you're trying to come to terms with your emotions from a clinical or a cerebral perspective, and this could be what's going on with this king as well. There's this cerebral sort of genius here dealing with a lot of sort of emotional energy. So, but they're not in competition right now. It doesn't look like in this reading they're in competition. They just need to sort of balance each other out. We had 3 jump out, as you can see there. We have the ant, the crow, and the armadillo. The ant is indicating patience. The crow is indicating law, which would suit this King of Swords. And then the armadillo is indicating boundaries. So I am just going to leave it there. I'm not going to read too much more into these cards, but I do want to mention the keywords are patience, law, and boundaries. So guys, I really hope that was helpful for you. Please stay safe. Comment below if you like the reading, and check out your other readings. See if those are helpful for you for the month of April. See you in the next video, guys. Bye for now.